So you want to price your program so that people will buy it, right? Well, what if you have weird issues with money or believe that the lower the program fee is, the easier it's going to be to get a yes out of clients? Or maybe you're going to price it low because you don't have a lot of client experience. Maybe you don't have any client experience. Please don't make the same mistake that I did and price your online program based on your feelings. Now, if you're new here, welcome. I'm Lori Kennedy, founder of the Wellness Business Hub, and a firm believer that having an online signature program is your ticket to freedom. And in this training, we are going to dive into my online pricing formula so that you can properly and professionally set your program fee without all of those pesky feelings involved. And the reason I'm sharing this is because I made a huge mistake when I set my first program fee. Granted, this was back in 2009. Yes, I have been doing this for that long. This is when I launched Wow Weight Loss, which was my signature program as a nutritionist. And I had no idea how to price things. I had never taken a business class or a finance class or an accounting course. I went from being a personal trainer from the age of 19 to then becoming a registered holistic nutritionist. And it never occurred to me, nor was I ever taught, to consider things like expenses or to consider things like coaching support when I was pricing my consults or even when I was pricing my online program, because the way that I was taught was to charge by the hour. So none of these critical financial metrics were even taught or considered as part of my pricing strategy. My hourly rate when I first started was $95 an hour. And I thought that was a lot. And then I realized that my colleagues were charging somewhere between $150 and $200. And even though I felt super nauseous about it, I raised my rates and no one seemed to mind. No one seemed to care. And then when I launched Wow Weight Loss, I charged, now this is even embarrassing for me to say, but I charged $250 for my 12-week program. And I thought that was a lot because I went from $95 an hour to $150 an hour. And now I'm charging $250. And I was so scared that people were going to say no. I was so scared that people were going to complain about the fee, say stuff like, that's so expensive, or why are you charging that much? And I thought I was going to get a lot of objections. The truth is nobody complained. Nobody objected. I even filled those first 12 spots within one day. And it only occurred to me that I was undercharging when I was doing a consult with a prospective client who was sitting across the table from me. This was before I went online. And she said, "Oh, that's it? Oh, I thought it was going to be more." And she looked a little confused. And so that brings me to one of the biggest mistakes that practitioners and coaches make when setting their online program fee. The mistake is undercharging because they think that it'll be easier to get a prospective client to say yes. If they set the fee low, they think that the low fee on its own is going to make it easier to get a yes out of the person. And I want you to think about it this way. You are a professional and you are in a professional setting like a discovery call, like an assessment, like a consult. And you as the professional, you're communicating the value of your online program and how it's going to help the person physically, emotionally, spiritually. You're talking about transforming their life. And so then when you throw out a low number like $250, there's a mismatch in the fee and the value that you are communicating. The fee, just $250 or $197 or whatever the low fee is, that fee doesn't match the value that you've just communicated to them. And whether we like it or not, People place the value of something on the price. You don't want to sell a cheap program. You don't want your intellectual property, your methodology, this thing that you spent, weeks creating. You don't want people to think of it as the cheap alternative. And so another way to think about it is the prospective client might actually start to question if your program will really work for them if it's priced too low, right? I know that I've questioned things that are priced too low. I'm like, is it broken? Is it real? Is it a dupe? Is it fake? Is it really going to work? When I'm in the health food store and I'm looking at supplements, right? And I need to go and pick up a certain supplement, I question why one is $19.99 and why one is $59.99. And I pick up the $59 one because I'm like, well, it's priced more, so the quality of the ingredients must be better, right? And then I look on the back and they're basically the same. And so, but we do, as human beings, we do place perceived value based on a price. And so when you are setting a fee for your online program, please don't make the same mistake as I did and set the fee solely based on your assumptions and your beliefs and your fear that no one will buy if it's too expensive, because too expensive is relative. What I believe to be expensive and what you believe to be expensive are probably different, right? Based on our beliefs around money, based on what I've already spent trying to solve the problem. If I've already spent thousands of dollars trying to solve my persistent, painful problem, and I have a call with you because I've consumed your webinar, I've consumed your content, I've been in your world, and you really sound like you know what you're doing, and then the program includes coaching and calls with you and, access to your content hub and all of these amazing things. And then you say, and it's just $250. I'm going to be like,
it probably isn't that good. It probably doesn't work that well.
And I don't know if this matters to you, but I don't want to work with clients that solely make their decision because they're looking for the lowest fee, right? When it comes to transformation, those are not ideal clients, right? We are not looking for clients that are basing their decisions solely on getting the cheapest program available, because the quality of those clients are not great, right? They're going to complain. They're not really bought in. They're not committed. And we've seen this time and time again, right? And so please don't make that same mistake as I did and allow your feelings to dictate the fee that you choose for your online signature program. So let's walk through my profitable program pricing formula. When you're just starting out, you probably don't have a true list of variable and fixed expenses. Variable meaning the fees that change from month to month, and fixed are things like platform fees, right? You paying for access to Zoom, for example, that is a fixed fee that doesn't change month to month. When you are just getting started online, you probably don't have a clear list of your variable and fixed expenses yet, and that's okay. Normally, we would consider those when we are setting program fees to make sure that the fee that you are charging allows you to cover your bottom line expenses in your business, pay yourself, and have money left over for profit that you can then use to reinvest back into your business. But because you are just getting started online, you probably don't know what those are yet. And so I'm not going to sort of add those into this particular training. We're going to do something different that is a little bit simpler to help you pick your online signature program fee. And that is deciding how much revenue you want your business to generate in a calendar year, in a 12-month period. And so revenue is the amount of sales that you make from any given offer. So let's just say that you have one online program, and all of the sales that you make from that program, it's called revenue. And then you take away your expenses, and then you take away sort of all the costs that you incur to run your business. And whatever is left over, that is profit. And from the profit, you can then, pay yourself. When you get a little bit more advanced, you put your own salary into a fixed expense because it is fixed. But this is for you if you are just getting started. So we're not going to go down that line just yet. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and I'm going to actually show you a calculator that we have. It's really simple. And this shows you here. I'll actually just make it a little bit bigger. There we are. And this shows you, in terms of your annual revenue goal, based on your annual revenue goal, the program price, and then how many clients you will need annually. And the reason that this is important is because when I work with practitioners and coaches and we're just getting their online program set up, I ask them, how much money do you want your business to make every single year? And they'll say something to me like $80,000. And I'll say, okay, great. So here, $80,000. And then I'll say to them, what do you want to charge? And they'll say $497. And I'll say, cool. So you need 160 clients annually. That means that you need 13 new clients every single month. And then they look at me and they're like, oh, that's a lot if I'm just getting started. And I'm like, it sure is. So what if we give you a raise and we charge $997 and now you need 7 clients a month, right? So we have to take these things into consideration when we're picking a program fee. How much bandwidth do you actually have? If you are still in your full-time job and you are building this online business using an online program, you probably don't have full-time hours to work with 13 clients a month yet, right? You probably only have capacity to work with 5 or 6 new clients a month. And yet you still have this annual revenue goal that you're going to work towards, because that's how you're going to get out of this full-time job that you have and either go down to part-time and work on your online business part-time, or completely transition out of your full-time job so that you can generate enough money in your online business to pay yourself and also support the cost of the business. And so knowing how many clients you are going to work with every month is an important consideration, because you might not have enough time to work with, enough time and enough energy to work with, let's say, 13 clients a month when you are just getting started. So let's say your annual revenue goal is $60,000, right? And I say, okay, cool. So we're going to start off charging $997. That means that you need 60 clients annually. That means that you need 5 clients a month, right? 5 clients a month. Now, what we have over here is the percentage of leads that you will need to convert in order to hit this number. So typically, practitioners and coaches will convert between 2 and 4% of their audience, right? Of their leads, of their email list. And so this is telling you how many new subscribers you will need every single month. So in this case, it's 251 new email subscribers. If you convert 2% of those people, you will get 5 clients a month at $997. And over the course of the year, give or take, your business will generate around $60,000, which is amazing, right? That's amazing. But then you say to me, but Lori, I want to make $100,000. I said, okay, great. Awesome. Amazing. So we're now going to take into consideration, are you offering any one-to-one coaching? Is it just community group coaching? Like, what is included in the program offer? And then we also can determine the fee. So if you decide to charge $997, that means that you're going to need about 8 to 9 clients a month. Now, what if you charged $14.97? Oh, look, same amount of clients a month, and you'll be making $100,000, right? Versus $60,000 at $997, you still need 5 clients a month, right? 5 clients a month, 5 clients a month. The difference is you've increased the program fee by $500. You will now make more money seeing the same amount of clients. That is a win. This is what we're going for, right? And then you say to me, okay, I'm going to increase the value of the program even more. And look, you need less clients because you've decided to increase the value of the program. At $19.97 versus $9.97, you're still making $100,000, but you're working with 4 clients a month. I don't know about you, but working with 4 clients a month sounds way better than working with 6 clients a month or 13 clients a month, right? And so these are the things that we want to take into consideration as you are pricing your program. How many clients do you want to work with every single month, right? How much bandwidth do you have to work with clients every single month? And then what is the value of the program? Are you including one-to-one sessions? Are you including group community coaching? Are you including any physical products like supplements or testing? Or, for example, like essential oils, right? Are you including anything? What can we include to increase the value of the program? And so this is the pricing model that we walk through with clients, because I don't want you to just assign a fee based on your thought, oh, if I charge less, I will be able to get more clients, or, oh, I've just started out, so I shouldn't charge a lot. That's not a smart professional way to think. What we want to do instead is say, okay, how much bandwidth do I actually have? What is the value of this program? Can I increase the value of this program? And how much revenue do I want my business to generate over the course of 1 year? So when you think about it that way, it's much easier to look at that and go, oh, okay, like, sure, I want to make $60,000. I'm going to start off by charging $997. That means I need, 5 to 6 clients a month. Okay, that's doable, right? Especially if you're just getting started, that's doable. And then as you gain experience and as you start to build up more client results, and as you start to optimize your program, you then increase the value of the program. You end up making more money and working with less clients every single month. So if that sounds good to you, and you're just getting started and you're not even sure what kind of online program you should be creating, I've actually dropped a link to the quiz in the description box below, and it walks you through the 4 different types of online programs and which one would be best suited for you. And once you know which online program would be best suited for you, then you can start to think about, okay, this is the value of the program because I'm going to include some one-to-one sessions, because I'm just going to do community group coaching, or I'm not going to offer any coaching at all. There are 4 different types of online programs that you could offer. Then you start to price it out using the formula that I just showed you. So I hope this was helpful. Any questions you have, leave them in the comments below and I will absolutely answer them, and I will see